Yo, it's your boy YG Tesh, aka TaiMullah, and we out here at Winston-Salem State University with my boy K-Stacks, and my co-host Dre.
Dre, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, he did some music videos for me. Make sure y'all tap in with him, man. So look, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is K-Stacks, man?
I'm just gonna keep it real. So your boy from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
So all my people from New York that's out here, you feel me? Make sure y'all put your hands up behind the cameras and all that.
Sir, yes,
so
sir.
Boom. So I'm from Brooklyn. You know, like I came out to North Carolina not too long ago.
Okay.
I'm gonna lie, probably like keep it a stack, like comfortably, probably like middle school, like 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Or like boom, going back and forth, you know, through the summers and all that.
Right.
Cases came out here for high school and all that. Case was I didn't even want to come to college if we keeping it a band.
Nah, I feel that.
I ain't have nothing to do with this. I didn't want to do music. If we starting there, I wanted to hoop. It's like sadly enough, I had basketball dreams.
Me too, bro. Me too, bro.
So then what happened was, you feel me, I was getting in trouble and stuff in high school. So
Right.
you know how that go.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, you not playing. It's quiet. Like, sit them down.
Right.
So then after that, it was like, okay, what do I want to do? I wanted to go back home because most of my family back home. So it was like, all right, let's troop back. My grandma was like, nah, you need to go to college. Like, regardless, I need you to go. Pressing it. And I was just so adamant on not going. I didn't want to. I didn't like school.
Nah, I feel that. So
it was like, and I got skipped a grade. So it was like, I graduated at 16. So you tell a 16-year-old you got 4 more years of school, like,
yeah, nah.
I'm out of here. I'm already out of here early. So it's like,
for
yeah,
real.
I got to go back. Nah, I'm cool.
Nah, I felt
So
that.
then it was between, realistically, Kentucky or here. But the HBCU kind of, you know, dragged me in here. So here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So what got you, like, what inspired you to get into music?
Realistically, everybody in my family was a singer. Like, sadly enough. And I was the only one that couldn't sing.
Right.
So it was just like, yeah, I kind of gave up on it early. But my uncle, he used to travel, like, across the world singing background for Faith Evans and things like that. So it was kind of like, okay, everybody really do sing. I'm seeing YouTube clips and all that. So my grandma was like, yeah, I was born with no rhythm.
No, for real.
That's the craziest part. So then it's just like, yeah, he kind of let him hoop.
Like,
But then I came, shout out to all my boys and our little squad. We made 4105. Shout out to Zay, Trey, and Eli. We was in a car. You know how high school get, whatever. Everybody exploring things. So one of my cousins before this wanted me to rap. Never wanted to do it. I came here. I met Zay, Trey, and Eli. We in the car cooling. We was going somewhere. Next thing you know, Zay started freestyling. She's like, yeah, y'all start freestyling too. So then I started freestyling. Next thing you know, Eli and Trey in the back like, nah, they hard. Y'all can actually rap, bro. Y'all thought about like really doing this? I was like, no.
Right.
I couldn't. Because it was like freestyling. I'm not going to say I was good at it, but it was like I was good enough as to where if we all vibing and cooling, it's hard.
Right.
But if I was to drop this,
yeah,
it's not hard,
Nah, I
gang.
felt that.
So it was just like, all right, cool. After that, I went to the studio with like a mutual friend of ours. And the next thing you know, I fell in love with it. Like,
That's real.
just being in there, headphones on, you by yourself. It's just you and the music. It's kind of like therapeutic.
Right.
Yeah.
So I tell everybody, step into your craft, and no matter what it is, you can hoop, you can make music, you draw. No matter what it is, when you got a craft, study it. I promise you, because you're gonna fall in love with it, and it's gonna take you places. I never thought I'd be here, so here we are.
Nah, for real. So what do you feel like really shaped y'all sound? Like, who inspired you the most, like, growing up, like, even your surroundings?
So I was raised by my grandmother.
Right.
So then, coming from that, I listen to a lot of old school music. Old school music, the Temptations, the Stylistics, and all of that. So then you got older people coming around you. I always hang with older men, always, just like since I was young.
Right.
So Jadakiss, Nas, LL Cool J, or the old heads, you kind of like, okay, cool, this is real. This isn't the cap rap you see everybody doing now.
Nah,
This
for
isn't,
real.
you feel me? What's the word for it? It has value to it.
Right.
And all that. So I'm like, okay, boom, let's do that. Dave East, number one, Dave East. If it wasn't for Dave East, I probably wouldn't even want to.
Nah, I fuck with Dave.
Yeah, David. Yeah.
Dave tough.
So then after that, it was like, okay, it's this rapper, Splurge from Texas. He raps with no melody. All his beats is just straight 808s, rock out. So then that was kind of like where the, I don't want to say the bass and the voice came from, but it's kind of like where I really wanted to get it at. Because then it was like, all right, cool. He sound different because he just talks.
Mm-hmm.
He's no rap. There's no flow to it. He's really just talking. Cool.
Right.
So it was like, all right, cool. I could do that. If people, you feel me? If people rock with that, I can do that.
Right.
Because it was like, I was still trying to find my sound. And, that's a hard thing to do.
Definitely.
And it's like, you have to pick and choose what you want, what people like, and then find what you like within that. Yeah, so it was just, once I found it, I made a song that I dropped. I dropped it a long time after. My freshman year, I made a song called Dance with the Devil.
Mm-hmm.
When I made that, everybody loved it. I'm talking about everybody in the circle was like, drop this now.
Right.
Never did. Insecurity's like,
nah,
is the world gonna rock with it?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
y'all just saying that because y'all my friends? Or it's really hard and all that?
no,
So
we
then,
definitely got like 200 songs in the vault. I
yeah,
feel
like
that.
people don't understand.
Yeah.
Like as an artist, it's hard. It's hard, and I don't think they really like truly will feel that until you get into that.
No, for real. So what do you feel like? So what's your like creative process like? Like how do you, when you go in the studio, you usually punching in, writing? Like what's up?
All right, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I don't
Right.
do no cap for nobody.
Right.
It was a lot of times, and like recently too, I had no money to go to the studio, so it's just like you got a lot of time on your hands when you can't get in there. So it's just like, all right, I listen to beats more than I listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not me or my homies rapping, I'm probably not listening to it.
Right.
So then, listening to beats is like, okay, I like this. How would I sound on it? Or if I heard somebody rap, how do I feel like they would rap on it?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the sound actually comes from. It's just like, how would I want to hear somebody
Right.
on this beat? So then I do a lot of writing. Not gonna lie to you, I do a lot of writing. A lot. I can't punch in. If I punched in, I'll be in there for an hour on one song. But I write a lot because it's like I have a lot on my mind and all of that. So even J. Cole, you tell everybody to write. As soon as you wake up, write for 15 minutes. So it's just like I write out of boredom in a journal. Sometimes I'll be walking around, a lyric pop in my head. Write this down real quick. I hear a beat. Oh, you think that lyric I wrote earlier gonna hop on this beat? Try it and go from there. It'll take me like took me like a week to write one song. But I gotta let it come to me. I can't force it. I can't sit down and, I'm gonna be here all day, every day, writing this one song. That writer's block is real.
Nah, it definitely is. I feel like
real.
I'm in that mode right now, like the writer's block. Sometimes you just gotta live life. I was literally just talking to somebody about that. And they was talking about how he in writer's block mode, and I told him, hey, sometimes you just gotta live life a little so you can have something to talk about, So that's how it is for real. You got any questions?
So it's not so it's not only rap that you write. You write just to write like poem.
I write a lot of, I won't say specifically poetry. I'll say since I was at the age of 12, I'll never forget, I wrote a lot of short stories.
Oh, sure. So
I used to read.
Yeah.
I used to read.
Yeah.
I need to get back into it. For all y'all out there, read.
Nah, reading is
Trust
fundamental.
me.
Reading is definitely
But
fundamental.
yeah, I used to read a lot, so it was like, let me see if I can write a book. I promise you, I was like 12 years old. I was like, I'm gonna write a book. Like the way life happened to me and all that, I could really sit here and write a book. So it's just like, I wrote short stories. I used to be in ISS a lot. So it's like, there's nothing to do in there.
Nothing to do,
You can't talk to nobody. You can't sneak on the phone in there like you do in
Nah, for
class.
real.
So it's just like, I'm sitting here writing. I had a teacher. Her name was Miss Off. Shout out to her. She sat here. She used to read it because she'd be like, what are you over here doing? So she'd take the paper like when we went to lunch and all that and read it. She was like, you could really write. I was in like 7th grade. She called the creative writing teacher. She was a high school teacher.
All right.
She was like, when he gets to high school, force him to take this class. Force him to write. So ever since, so it's just like,
You been in tune.
Yeah, right,
in tune. So like, what's I'm about to say, what's your favorite song you made so far and why? Like, and what's like the story behind it too?
I'll say it's a tie between two. It's a tie between Walk With Me and it's a tie between Ease the Pain.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. Walk With Me was kind of special because when I found the beat, I couldn't write to it at all.
No, I felt that.
And I was like, okay, but this beat is hard. I'm like, I gotta do it. So I'm sitting here on the phone. I'm on the phone with the guys. I was on the phone with my girl. I'm like, all right, what we finna, you feel me? I don't know what to do. She was like, yeah, you gotta do this beat though. Cause it's like, I keep hearing you play it. You know how girls get like, I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of it. So it's like, all right, cool. So I was working at FedEx at the time. I hated FedEx. I'm just gonna be
They work you, don't you?
Yeah.
They work your ass.
But you being in FedEx, I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to FedEx though, because it's like a lot of songs came out of FedEx. You don't got nothing to do. You in a trailer by yourself. in there freestyling.
Right.
Like, ain't nobody could hear you. So I'm really in there freestyling. I'm like,
Right.
yeah. Boom. So then I found like a little, if it's tatted on my body, it's deeper than surface level. So then I was like, all right, that's a real, yeah, I know the direction this song gonna go in.
Okay.
So then after that, I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote like the first half of that song in the car.
Right.
It was like, okay, cool, got it.
That's it.
Yeah. Ease the Pain was more so, I was putting out a tape.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Stacks?
Mm.
And it was like, I'm trying to figure out, you know how all tapes and all albums have one song, at least one song that you know it's the hardest song in that tape.
Right.
Everybody gonna bump this song in that tape. And to me, that's what it was. Because it really was like how to ease the pain for real. Like I was going through a lot mentally. I was like in a very, very dark place. So like making music, like I said, was therapeutic. So it was kind of like, all right, let me hop in the booth. Let me spit the realest.
So you'll say, because you said you was going through a lot, so you'll probably say that your environment influenced a lot what you write?
Yeah.
What you see and what you go through?
Of course, I can't. I'll say it like this, and one of the homies just clowned me for it the other day. And you know who you are, I ain't gonna say no names and all that. But he was like, you only write music when the mood hits you.
Right.
Literally. Like,
yeah.
I was talking to my girl one day. Boom. In my feelings. I'm hurt. We got into an argument and all that. Love Letter to You. That's the most recent song. Dropped it. I'm like, all right, like, let's keep it 100.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably the easiest way I could tell you how I feel. So it's like, all right, cool. Boom. But then if I'm upset, all the music kind of sounds the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy, all my music sounds the same. So it's like, I have to dwell on something for a couple of days to get some music. And I know it's probably like not mentally healthy, but as far as music, it kind of like balances out.
Right.
Because I'm not just sitting here bottling up feelings and all that, you know? So, but yeah, Ease the Pain, like the whole Who is Stacks, I promise you, I was really trying to find myself. That's where the name came from. Trying to make a name for myself, who is that? Shout out to my cousin, long live Kamari. That was his name, Mari Stacks. That's where I took the Stacks from, like, as a little brother type
I was
thing.
gonna ask you about that too, like where you got the name from.
He's a rapper too, or?
Yeah, he passed though, but he used to sing.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Not even a rap, he used to sing, like real live. But then boom, you remember when Floyd Mayweather was like the man.
Yeah.
He had the money team. So I was K De Niro, my cousin was Zay Bills, and then my other cousin was Mari Stacks. So we had like the little money team in there. You know what I mean? So it was like we really tried to make that. So when he passed, it was like, all right. I always wanted to be like him. Right. Anybody in my family, like that was like the idol for me. So it's like, all right, cool. How can I do that? So I took the Stacks and kind of like,
that's real.
Let me try to keep going with music, because he didn't even get to release a song, period. So it's like, now I'm here making music. Never thought I'd be making music. Try to carry that little legacy going. So
yeah, Lonely Stacks.
What's a message, like what's the message you hope people take from your music, and like what are you trying to say in your lyrics? Like,
don't be scared to speak.
Right.
I feel like, and I was a victim of this myself. Everybody tries to hold it in. Nobody wants to talk about how they feeling. Nobody wants to, you feel me? Even to the guys. As men, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all don't even want to go tell the guys, like, yeah, I'm going through it. Shorty just made me mad. We gonna laugh. Right. Let's just be honest. Like, as hard as it is, we gonna laugh. So it's just like, all right, don't be scared to, like, speak your truth, no matter what it is. If you, like, want to be a clothing artist, you going through it. Let's just say, God forbid, you feel me, one of your friends die. Shout out to Capital, because they did one for their friends and all that. Show love to your friends, you feel me? Show love to your family. God forbid, because that's true feeling. They want to put on for their friend. They want to, like, really carry that legacy going. Everybody was buying the shirt, too. So it's like,
yeah,
that's mad love right there. I know some people that made a tape. All of them made tapes for their homies, just for their soldiers. They fallen soldiers and all that. So it's like, don't be scared to, like, really talk.
Right.
It's hard. I understand. It's easier said than done. But get it off your chest. Because the longer you keep it on, I promise you, bro, it's going to hurt. And you're going to walk down this hole, and you're going to figure out you buried yourself.
You got any questions?
Did we ask about this? Did we ask about this creative process? We did, right?
Yeah, we asked about
What's
that.
your if you had to, how would you go? Well, yeah, let me ask this. Yeah. So, how would you go as far as by music? Like, would you say you because you got two different type of artists out here. A lot of artists they on a Young Dolph route, you know what I'm saying? They F label, independent, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or you like a, you know what I'm saying? I would sign with a label, or I would go that route, and then like Young Thug, let's say like I had a plan, like
Yeah.
like
All
what type of artist are you?
So I'll say for like the first 2 months, it was F the label.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. But at the same time, it's just like I need what works for me in that
Right.
moment. Because a lot of people don't know. It's a lot of deals that'll really benefit you
Right.
Yeah.
if you pay attention.
Right.
If you know what's going on. If you know what to walk in the room and ask for.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people just, oh, I blew up. My song just went trending. My song #1. Label trying to hit me $1 million. I'm on that. Be honest with yourself. If somebody sat here and asked you right now, do you feel like you'd make $1 million? If your answer is no, don't sign it. Because you got to pay that back.
Right.
You're going to be in debt. You're going to be sick. And then your pocket's going to hurt. It's going to look like you the man.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality,
You hurting. Yeah.
you're hurting. So it's just
Yeah.
like, honestly, me personally, it's still F the label. Only because it's just like, I know how much money I put into this. I spent my last on this. So
Right.
it's like, what did you do for me to come in and take money from me?
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, so I can't.
Yeah, I feel like it's all about like, I always told myself I probably wouldn't sign with nobody that I wouldn't listen to in general, like the artist, whatever artist they got under them. If I don't listen to them, I'm probably not going there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always told myself I would probably go to somewhere like Dreamville or something like that, because I feel like one, I can vibe with those people more or something like that, and just I feel like the message behind that music is similar to mine or something
Yeah.
like that. So I feel like it's all about where you comfortable and just reading the guidelines of like the contract, because it could either F you in the long run or it's beneficial. So I felt that. Let me see what else we got. You got anything?
What's your vibe in most of your songs? What do you want your my bad. What do you want your fans to feel when your song? Like, some people got drill, some people got
Right.
shit. I was just listening to your new joint dropped on September 20th, Love Letter to You. That was on the way here. I do like that. So is that your main style, or do you have a particular style you go to, or you just feel how you feel?
I feel like I don't. A lot of people tell me I will.
Mm.
My first song that I dropped it on YouTube and then took it off and all that. But the first one I really tried to do was the Who Run It freestyle.
Mm.
Alright.
So it's like, all right, cool. People's telling me I sound like Polo G. Some people tell me I sound like Davies. Some people, but honestly, I feel like I'm just me,
Right.
regardless. I tell my friends this all the time. I'm like, whatever mood I'm in, that's where you have to catch me.
Right.
So it's just like I have no style for real. There's no flow. I'm really like a one-on-one. I'm not saying that to brag or be copy, but at the same time, it's just like nobody can sound like me. You either sound better than me or you sound worse than me, but nobody sounds like me. I'm saying there'll never be another J. Cole, Lil Wayne, Kendrick. They might do the same little type of, they might sound the same,
Right.
but they're not the same.
Right.
They don't talk about the same thing. Kendrick might have more pain in his song than Ray Vaughn. They on the same label though. People say they have the same type of sound, same type of swag, but at the same time, it's just like two different people. You could tell they're two different people. So it'd be like, Keep It a Band, no, Love Letter to You, that's like, I'll never do that again.
I was about to say,
Ever.
do you find yourself like experimenting a lot? Like when you come
That
to your
was
sound?
the experiment.
Yeah, that was the experiment.
So it was kind of like, okay, boom. Everything that I've done, I keep to myself.
Right.
So it's just like, realistically though, because it's like, I have to hear it and I have to really love it. Any artist will tell you, you make a song, you're going to hear that song 5,000 times. 5,001, I hate it.
Nah,
I don't want to hear it no more. I'll just be like, yeah, that's hard though. I heard it too many times.
I felt that.
And then you got to play it to people. So it's like I said, a lot of insecurities. I'm not going to hide behind them and all that. So it'll be like, you could play the song. It'll be like, I messed up right there. I was supposed to say this line instead of this. And they're like, oh, this hard. That nobody's going to know, you feel me, where you messed up at besides you. So it's just like, I told my grandmother this the other day. I can't listen to my music. I can't. Because I'm going to listen too much, and then I'm going to critique it, and then it'll be like, it may never come out.
Right.
I had a song, Dance with the Devil. I feel like if I would have dropped it my freshman year, it would have did better than what it did now. Because then the traction, you know what I'm saying, the energy behind it Everybody was for it. Everybody was vibing with it. At least in my circle, we was really finna push that. You could have put it on a shirt, like QR code on the back, scan it, go get the song.
Right.
So it's just like I waited. You know what I'm saying? So I did kind of flop on a lot of things, but at the same time, it's just like, you know how that go. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
you know?
everything. No,
it's
for
not
sure.
on my timing. It's on God's timing. So you feel me? Whenever He feel like I'm ready to do this, that, and the third, I'm gonna do it. So that's just where it came
Speaking
from.
of time, so like, how do you see yourself evolving over the next few years? Like, what's next for you?
I really want to focus on technicality. Everybody like wants to just hop in the booth and spit. I really want to be a student of music.
Right.
I need all rhyme schemes. Like the Wu-Tang, I'm not trying to be funny. I need to unlock all 36 chambers. Like I need every last bit of this that I can get. People hate on Eminem. Nobody can rap like Eminem.
Nah, for sure.
Some people hate on Lil Wayne.
Right.
Can't rap like Wayne. So it's just like some people hate on Cole. Can't spit bars like Cole. So it's just like I want to master what I can. I don't want to be the man who practiced one kick 1,000 times. I don't. I used to. I used to be like, yeah, I'm like that. People get tired of the same thing.
Nah, I felt that.
I get tired of the same thing. So it's just like realistically, you give me 1,000 kicks that I'll practice one time. I promise you, when I hop on one of them, okay, boom, there it go. That's the sound. That's what people need. And then start to drop stuff like that.
So do you feel like you at a point where, like, let's say, like, an artist that's completely different asked you to be on a song, you could probably still do something with it? Like,
Yeah, for sure. Everybody. I'm gonna keep it a band. I've never hid from features. Ever. And a lot of people just, oh yeah, I'm that guy. I gotta be the man on the... No. 'Cause God forbid, he use autotune. I don't.
Right.
I'll hop on his song with autotune. Try to do something a little different.
Right.
It was just like, Love Letter to You had a little bit of autotune in it.
Yeah.
I never listen to any one of my songs besides that one. You will hear no type of autotune. You will hear no type of singing. So it's just like, I'm not scared to be open-minded. So if you hit me with a country song and you feel like I'm good enough to be on that country song and you can hear my voice on it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it to the best I got.
What's some, what's maybe like 5 to 3 artists that you really want to collab with one day?
All right. If we being real, Davies. I feel like that's kind of, I need that. Sure, New York vibes too, need that. TLE Cinco. Only cause I used to bump TLE Cinco heavy. And his energy is up. Go watch his music videos if you haven't. Jumping around, vibing. I need that. And then, let's see. It's some underrated, like, if we keeping it like a whole stack, my boy CJ. Shout out to CJ, my boy Sibo. I gotta get with him too. You know, I want people. I'm gonna keep it a band.
You
now.
go here?
Yeah.
That's my roommate.
See what I'm saying? Shout out to that boy.
You talking about?
Yeah, shout out to that boy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like 100. I want to do features with people who want to do features with me. And it's like, I'm not trying to be, you know, you got to come to me for a feature. Nah, but it'll be like, I treat my music like I treat my life. I'm in my own little wave. I'm in my own little world.
Right.
So it's just like, you got to hit me and be like, I want you to do the song with me. Because then it'll be like, okay, you actually want me to be here rather than like, yo, you trying to do a feature? Like, I can hop on one of your songs, or you trying to hop on my song and all like that? I'm not going to say I'm going to feel like a fan, but like my ego, I'm going to feel like a fan.
Yeah, no, I don't like asking people too much. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
So it's just like,
So
but everybody, I'll say I need everybody that's not mainstream.
Right.
It's not mainstream.
Anybody that's not mainstream. Because I was talking to one of the homies about this the other day. Once you hit mainstream, a lot of rappers get comfortable.
Right.
Everybody can listen to Drake, and I bet you if I call some of the homies right now, they'll tell you, I miss the old Drake.
Right.
Some people will say, I miss Mixtape Wayne. Nav, some people will say, I miss 2016 Nav when he had the world on fire. So it's just like, it's a different type of hunger when you're trying to get there. I need that. That's your rawest feelings. That's, I'm going to do this until I make it, until I pop. Because once everybody pop, They get comfortable.
They do.
Because then it's just like you got the fan base as to where you could put out something like to you, your whole camp could say it's trash. You gonna put it out. Everybody gonna like it because it's you.
Right. Right. Nah, that's real because it's a lot of tracks nowadays like from a lot of mainstream artists. I feel like they just be laying something down and they just call it a day because they know at the end of the day, people just gonna bump it just because it's dumb. Like if it's Future, people still gonna bump it because it's Future.
I mean, even if it's trash, they gonna listen to it.
Right.
They're going to. They're gonna tap in,
and they know they're gonna still get that bread at the end of the day from it. So it's like,
so I felt that's a different type of energy in there. Because I may go in there. Let's say I stack up 5 bands. I ask somebody for a feature. Mainstream artist. I got 5 bands for you. This all I got. Come hop on the song. It's not even their best work. God forbid I get a feature from Kanye or something. Now what? No. I'm out of my money. Now it's just like I have to rely on people as to where it's like, okay, his fans need to rock with me on this. It's not the same as to where we both grinding, we both trying to get there. We gonna go hard. We gonna put the best foot forward every single time. So
right. So, what's some advice you would give to somebody like coming up, like another new artist or somebody?
Drop.
Just drop. Right.
I got a question.
You got a question?
My bad. What you still?
Nah, I won't even finna say too much, but that's all it is. Just drop, honestly, because it'll be like you drop, you'll get comfortable with dropping. So it'll be like it could be trash. And everybody sees the evolution. Then it's like, okay, cool. Because then you might drop something that you think trash in your head and it blows up. So now it's just like, okay, I found my sound. Call it for what it is. A lot of rappers, you feel me? I don't know why people can't like realistically look at it. A lot of rappers was rapping for years before they actually blew up for years. And you look at their old stuff and they be like, it's him? You could pull up some old Kendrick and be like, it's still going to be hard, but it's like,
I was listening to Michael Jordan not too long ago.
Yeah, like this ain't the same. This ain't the same guy.
Wrapping it up. But so all right, let me see that last question real quick. So where can people find your music? Shout out your platforms, socials and everything, and any final thoughts before we wrap up.
I'll say K Stacks, $, double C, but yeah, KAE, $, TACCS, everywhere. Apple Music, SoundCloud, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio. Finna work on getting it on YouTube and all that. But anywhere you need to find me, you can find me. My IG is the same.
For sure.
Finna make a Twitter and all that. Everything really just K-Stacks, honestly.
For sure. We're going to make sure to tag you and everything, too.
For sure.
It was nice seeing you, man. Thank you for coming out, man, to the In The Mix. The
Thank
first
you for
episode.
having me.
Yeah, it's first episode, by the way, man. Yeah, no problem,
Look,
bro.
I'll say it here right now. History being made. Y'all better stay tuned. I promise you.
For sure.
For sure.
Thank you for coming out.
No problem. Thank you.